literally running you and your children over with carts. Okay? With carts. You're going through, the clothes are everywhere, nothing's organized. They're trying to sell you internet and like a water filter. You're like, who are you? Just leave me alone. It's honestly...
What is AI? AI is a technology that replicates human intelligence, problem solving, and thinking patterns. AI was first coined in the 1950s by Alan Turing, a British mathematician who created the Turing test, the first official test of AI in the machinery. But the concept of intelligent machines has existed in human fantasy for decades before. AI didn't actually gain any steam until the Dartmouth Summer Research Project, hosted in 1956, where AI became mainstream. Our modern depiction of AI was first created in 1997 through AlphaGo, an AI program that beat the world champion of Go, the Japanese board game. AI would continue to develop and grow until 2022 when OpenAI released ChatGPT. It quickly spread to schools where students would abuse its features for their schoolwork. Today in 2024, teachers and students are struggling to find a common ground on AI and its future in education. Education is a significant and constantly changing pillar of human society. In the past, humans sought out education to learn about a subject they were passionate about. This has allowed us to innovate and develop into the society we are today. In schools, students are expected to challenge themselves through classes like English, history, science, and math. Still, educational standards have stayed very similar for the better part of the past 20 years. But with the introduction of artificial intelligence, how will the education of the next generation change? To understand our present, we have to understand the past. Education has always been parallel with advancements in technology, with the advent of the printing press and the birth of the internet. Education has always been evolving to meet the needs and expectations of the developing professional world. AI is expected to take our learning to the next level, but we're already experiencing some of the bumps in the road. We talked to numerous students and teachers at Green Level High School to learn about their initial thoughts on AI in education.
David, do you think the use of AI is a problem in school?
Yeah, 100%, because a lot of kids in school uses AI to write their essays and pawn it off as their own, so I think it's an issue.
Your personal experiences with AI?
So far they've been pretty negative, but that's only because I'm not to a point yet where I'm comfortable enough with it to really use it to its fullest extent. Most of what I know of it so far has just been students being lazy.
Although AI has certain adverse consequences such as plagiarism and academic dishonesty, it's important to focus on how artificial intelligence is revolutionizing education by enhancing learning, optimizing tasks, and allowing for better collaborative work. AI has a positive effect on education because it can verify information and provide a creative outlook. AI can take the next generation's education to the next level, and we must cultivate it in a way that supports their growth and helps them improve. Next, we took a look at some articles to understand more about this topic.
In Is Artificial Intelligence Good for Society? Top 3 Pros and Cons, found on procon.org, we learn a lot about the benefits of AI. The article states that AI is being used in education and can have benefits as early as elementary school. The article found an elementary teacher who spoke on her experiences. She said, ChatGPT can help students by providing real-time answers to their questions, engaging them in personalized conversations, and providing customized content based on their interests. AI and other technologies can also improve the quality of education, since AI can be used to generate vocab lists, lesson plans, and worksheets, meaning that teachers spend less time planning the logistics of their course in classroom and more time with each student, helping them learn and bring out their true potential.
The article Artificial Intelligence Guide to Critical Analysis speaks about the impacts of AI on society. The author speaks about AI and how it will create many new possibilities for the future. The author also touches upon how it can solve many problems humans are facing, such as climate change.
Now, let's dive deeper into the evidence supporting the usage of AI in education systems. To start, we surveyed fellow Green Level students about their views on the prospects of AI in education, and we received some interesting results. For example, over 89.5% of students believe that AI can be used to support learning and the classroom experience. 80% of our respondents also shared that they believe AI would help improve students' performance in classrooms. Many students also voiced opinions regarding AI helping grade assignments, provide feedback, fostering creative ideas, as well as some concerns about cheating. They also voiced in an open-ended survey that English and history were the main subjects where they experienced AI usage. A majority of students have voiced positive opinions about AI's future in education and in their learning experiences. Some students still believe that AI is a form of cheating and that it gives an unfair advantage to some. According to a recent article written in Forbes, AI-powered adaptive learning platforms are becoming increasingly normal in our lives. By analyzing individual preferences, these platforms can be personalized to student needs and taught to be used ethically. These platforms not only personalize education, but also ensure that students receive support in areas where they need it the most. We talked to some students and teachers about how they think AI is positively affecting them right now and where they think it could lead to in the future.
So how do you think AI can help supplement you in the classroom?
Well, yeah, I think it's definitely a useful tool, and it's not like hurtful in any way. It like improves the students' learning and like gives them maybe more information, or like kind of takes them through how to work through something like that. But it doesn't really hurt. It rather improves how they think as well.
Can AI be used ethically in education?
I think AI can be used ethically for both educators and like the people being educated, like students, college students, anything. I think for educators, like they can use stuff to like make lesson plans, or if they can't explain it to the student how the student wants it to be explained to them, they could maybe put it into an AI and have the AI put it into a different perspective. I think for students it can be easy because it can like help them create ideas for a project without directly copying off the AI. It can help students, like for example, sometimes like when I was in chemistry, I didn't understand like the subject that was being taught, or like the topic that was being taught. I would put it into ChatGPT and ask it to explain it to me as if I was like a little kid, and that really helped me.
Venka and Akash highlight how ethical use of AI can bring real benefits to students academically. By stressing the need of teaching ethical AI use, they strengthen our argument through a nuanced understanding of the topic.
Okay. Do you think using AI in the classroom is ethical for students?
Yeah, definitely. It just depends on what the assignment is, right? Like, I mean, if your teacher wants you to write an essay that shows that you have writing ability, and you choose to instead incorporate AI that has written it for you, that's not ethical. But there are definitely ethical uses for it, for sure, and it's not going away.
This clip from Mr. Williams showcases how even educators do believe that there is a path forward with ethical AI, and that AI does have benefits for education yet to be harnessed.
Do you think AI can be used in an ethical way in education?
Yeah, it definitely can. So like whenever teachers aren't always around, so students can use it to like maybe get solutions to problems, walkthroughs and stuff. And then if teachers show students how to use it in class, like they teach them like, oh, this is how you use it properly. They can use it ethically and like to help them, not just to like cheat. They can use it to like improve their learning.
Venkat explains how creativity is enhanced by AI. This is pertinent for the students of tomorrow. The more creative freedom students have, the more they can develop and grow. This will be possible with ethical AI.
So do you think that teachers can benefit from the use of AI, and how do you think that can?
Oh, absolutely. I know a lot of people use AI. Like I've used AI to build lessons or assignments, then go back and tweak. I've used it to draft emails. Again, I've had you guys use it to grade. I think there's a lot of benefits. It's just, again, I think the question you asked earlier, right? Like what is ethical and what is not? I think that's the line we have to work on.
Okay. So we have one last question for you.
Yeah.
So what are your experiences and your personal opinions with AI?
I think generally I'm a fan. I think it can do a lot of work where you're like, oh, I have to sit down and like write this email, or I have to do this thing, and I'm like, oh, well, let me just pop it in ChatGPT, see what it comes back, and then I could just kind of modify from there. So I mean, I think generally I am a fan. I wish that, especially when I'm asking a more informational question, I wish it would come back and tell me where it's getting that information, just so I could like cross-reference and double check, which from what I've seen it cannot do yet. But generally I think I'm not against it. I think it can be a useful tool.
Mr. Hodges is a teacher that has already started to accept AI's usage and use it in a way that benefits his students. He talks about what he would want AI to do in the future to further help him with his job. Do you think AI can help students in regards to education?
Yeah, I've used Khan Academy's AI to generate practice problems for calculus, and ever since I've started using them, I've seen my test scores go up. So, yeah, I think it definitely helps.
Kenny highlights how, when used ethically, AI does in fact have real applications that can tremendously benefit the education of students. While it's true that artificial intelligence has generated controversy and difficulties in the field of education, it's important to acknowledge that AI has the enormous potential to transform how we teach and learn in schools completely. There are indeed worries about students abusing artificial intelligence, depending on it for activities that require less critical thinking, and even growing complacent about their own educational paths. These difficulties are manageable, however. AI has the potential to be a useful tool that enhances rather than hinders learning opportunities and experiences when used ethically and in the right direction.